All right, and welcome back. We are here for a very quick turnover in round number 4. Small repair that happened. A little update on our players to watch before we go into round number 4. Ian, victorious, our lone undefeated player at 3-0. Can't say anybody's surprised on that one. Alex accepted is at 1-2. Lisby, we just saw get a draw to 2-0-1, still very much in it. And of course, Mitch no longer a part of the tournament. So this pod has some players that are sitting at 1-2, very much still live, unlike in different tournaments that are not multiplayer, very much still live for the top 16. But I think they're going to need to start doing some winning right here. So these are some players that are out on the bubble and some decks that I certainly have never seen before, including Eudora Grave Gardener. So let's dive right into the match. And let's talk a little bit about our player here in first seed playing Eudora Grave Gardener. And of course, we'll start with the text box on this magic card. 4 and a green. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you may return to the battlefield face down under its owner's control. It's a forest land. Ashani, you're the great expert. I need you. Help me. What are we doing here?
I have no idea, good Sam. I'm lost for words at this. I failed you. I'm so sorry. We're gonna take a ride together on the mono green. But at the end of the day, I think it's mono green. We're gonna make infinite mana somehow with a big dork and have an overrun effect. I think there's a lot of ways to do with to play green and win with green. But
yeah, it's such a strange. Oh, sure, we're starting off weird. We're starting. All our creatures are forests, and nothing makes that statement more than turn 1 Wisdom Teeth, fetch Dryad Arbor.
There we go.
We're starting off. Our creatures are forests. You get the joke? They're all forests. Wow. What a deck. This deck is wild. Of course, we have Yuriko in the pod here, played by JFK. We got Shada, known for playing Niv Mizzet Perun, continuing to run that one back in this year tournament in 3rd seat. And Frost on Kinnan, a deck that we've seen be very impressive in this tournament alone in the hands of Ian, the lone undefeated deck. And in 4th seed, we'll see if Frost can put up the same kind of performances that Ian does here right now. Mana Confluence past the turn for the Yuriko player. Shauna untapping, drawing. We'll see how she starts off. Mana Crypt's a great place to start. Soul Ring's a great place to follow up. Chrome Mox, all masterpieces. Shauna only needs to play masterpiece cards. There's no room in the deck for other cards. Oh, never mind. There's a Tandem Lookout. Gotta get exiled to Chrome Mox. Mana Floating still. Mystic Remora deploy.
That's a strong start.
Pass the turn.
Yeah, no lands, but 5 mana on turn 1, really displaying the power of some of the more artifact heavy starts that can be presented in cedh. Again, no land for Shauna, so Niv Mizzet pretty far out there, but we're going to pay for this Remora for a long time.
Listen, one thing mono green does is always a secret commander collector. Always remember
you expect to see some tutored up collector oops, huh?
Absolutely.
Hey man, you're destroying me into my first land drop. It's okay.
No, don't.
We'll see exactly what this Eudora deck puts up. Let's get a look here. Like I said, this seems like it should be in a Shy of Soul of the Wild deck, and it is.
Guys, look,
oh wow. There's a ton of card choices here that I have not seen in a long time. As you mentioned, Collector Oof, Secret Commander involved. When you're in mono green, I can certainly see that.
Kin doesn't have a choice.
This Eudora deck is wild.
Kin doesn't have a choice. Go ahead.
Kinnan does not have a choice. Kinnan has 1 planet. It's fucking.
There's magic cards in here.
Yeah, I mean, so Frost starting off, feeding Shauna cards. Mana Crypt, the Arcane Signet. That looks like a.
I hope that you remember my
I can't see that well.
Looks like
a Felwar Stone to me. But it could be a Simic Signet too. A little blurry to see, but either way, what it is 3 cards going to Shauna. Yeah, all right, it is a Simic Signet. So that's a pretty good first turn for Shauna. And here's Boreal Druid for Void Games.
Cradle for 2 mana.
Tap Cradle for 2. This looks like Legacy Elves to me. Mana creatures, elves, and Dryad Arbor. Here is.
That's a combo piece, guys.
What is that?
Shauna calls it a combo piece. That is a Teamer Charger.
It'll come back
more. I got a hundo. It says you don't know the text box in this card.
Down, and then
Teamer Charge Morph. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Reveal a
morph
green
action.
card in your hand to
It's
morph
very
it.
nice.
And you can flip it up for 3, of course. And then when it's turned face up, target creature gains trample until end of turn. So you get it. It comes back as a forest, face down with the commander, and you can turn it face up.
Didn't think
It'll be okay.
so. More resolved, but yeah.
Somehow.
I'll
Do you pay 3
know
to
what?
turn it face up?
after that, so I'm passing.
I trust the words you're telling me, but I don't understand these
Look, I
words.
can't figure out why else you'd put this in your deck if you couldn't turn it face up after turning it into a forest. I don't know. I don't know.
What a surprise. A ninja.
Okay, here we go. A ninja here on Instep. This one has flash. Look at the exact name of this one, as I am not as familiar with the names of each of these, but I can tell you that Thieves Guild Enforcer is actually a human rogue, not a ninja, but will still function for ninjutsu, for the command ninjutsu ability of Yuriko.
Untap, upkeep.
And when it enters the battlefield, each opponent mills 2 cards. So everybody just did that. And if an opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard, it gets +2/+1 in Death Touch. Actually, pretty realistic to happen in this format.
That's a good attacker.
Yeah, good attacker, especially for 1 mana. One of the better ways to enable Yuriko, I'd say.
Ooh, this is the burn Yuriko list. We're having some Grafting Escape, Normal Counterbalance. This is the more control build of Yuriko. Okay.
I like it. I think that's a better way to leverage a lot of the card advantage that comes from Yuriko. It's just
Prismatic Vista and
being able to control the board.
Island.
Definitely.
Yeah, you have on
Prismatic Vista gonna get sacrificed. So he's gonna grab an island.
With Shauna after our last game where I just
D-Train in chat has corrected me, saying that the green card is the cost to turn it face up. So you can make it a forest, turn it face up, sacrifice it, bring it back as a forest. You make infinite mana by having a green card in your hand and a sack out. And your commander.
Do you have any tools in hand to deal with him?
What are these words you're saying? Okay, run this back for just me.
All right, sure, got you, pal.
Right,
Teamer Charger, right? You reveal a green card to turn it face up.
Got it.
Okay, you can morph for 3.
Sacrifice it.
So you turn it, you make it a forest, tap it for green, turn it face up, sacrifice it, and then it comes back because it's face up as a forest with no other abilities because of the commander. And so you make infinite mana with a sack out. And here is Counterbalance, a card that you called out as part of Yuriko, this control strategy immediately coming down. And I think really demonstrating the prioritization of getting some of these engines going, and maybe even respecting a little bit the Mystic Remorse from Shauna before getting something like Yuriko going to get card advantage. You know, deploy your interactive pieces and then refill with Yuriko instead of firing off Yuriko right away. Really heads up sequencing. I like this a lot, and too often I see Yuriko players start reaching for the card advantage too early, in my opinion, as Mox Diamond going to be cast.
Yeah, you got it. Go ahead.
Yes, I am
Snow cover.
ignoring the reveal for now.
No, don't.
Ignoring Counterbalance.
Counterbalance.
Snow-covered island hits the bin.
Chrome Mox, that's insane.
It's a Mox Diamond, guys.
Mox Diamond, yeah.
So Flooded Strand, Mox Diamond deployed. A lot of mana for Shauna now.
Niv is very close. And Niv on this board.
It's not very close. We have 3 sources of colored mana. Here's a Trinket Mage as the follow-up. Counterbalance Trigger. We'll see if we want to reveal to that one. Can I imagine I'm excited about it. And it is a Flooded Strand. Would have countered the Mox Diamond.
I will.
It's countering the JLo. So that's not cool.
Very wisely, and I will pass.
Yeah, JLo, like you mentioned, that'll speed it up. Like right now, we're not doing great. Jewel Lotus.
I sense it.
That brings it very quickly.
I sense it. This Niv Visit deck does 2 things. It gets a Jeweled Lotus and a Dark Side into play quickly. And everything else it wants to do is find a curiosity.
Sure. And yeah, it is Jeweled Lotus that is found. I have to imagine that one's going to sit in Shauna's hand for the moment. Counterbalance going to stop that one from being deployed.
Tap 2.
Definitely.
2 of my 2 lands.
And we grab a tropical island off of Scalding Tarn. Cast Kinnan. Or maybe just played it out of hand, but either way. Cast Kinnan.
So we already does have a Kinnan activation online and ready to go.
3 for 5. 6, 7. Yeah, we have a Kinnan activation ready to go, like you mentioned, on turn 2. Well, I mean, that's the power of Kinnan. And so now, as you mentioned, the people that like their gambling, it's time to spin the wheels on Kinnan.
Oh, wow.
This is...
No shit, am I letting that land? Piles?
This one is not a big flips version. We have some cool creatures in here, but this is more trying to grab, make infinite mana as quickly as possible.
It's more mana oriented, and then try to hit like the Consecrated Sphinx, Hullbreaker Horde sometimes kind of stuff.
No, definitely not. This has a lot more control effect in there, a lot more interaction. We're just trying to land a way to make +1 mana, put it free from the real effect on it, and go to town.
Yeah, I don't have anything then, that's for sure.
Actually, I guess
now is the time. You mentioned each green deck kind of having secret collector oof. A collector oof now would be devastating.
Absolutely.
And it would basically put Shauna and Frost both incredibly far behind on this board. It looks like just gonna untap, take a draw step. Do we brick on the Kinnan activation? Looks like we did.
Yeah, we spawned the wheel and brick. Yeah, this doesn't play. It plays 18 creatures. So this is definitely leaning.
Not very many.
Yeah, this is just leaning into definitely a way to get a Basalt, as I said, infinite mana any way possible.
Good.
And go to
Forest is the land for turn for Void games, and 3 green coming for Gaia's Cradle. Make it 4. Is it Commander time?
I guess.
I believe so. Gotta get the
sure is. Eudora, Grave Garden. Let's take a look at that text box one more time. How big is the power and toughness on our 5 mana forest making friend? It is a 5/5, so pretty sizable.
I'm gonna show it to you just for fun. Take that.
Nice.
All right, reveals flooded straight off counterbalance. That we knew about, so doing it to be cheeky.
Okay. Do I have anything I can do for 1 mana?
If we just want jam a Ashnod's Altar?
No, it doesn't.
Oh, a correction from before. It looks like the Kinnan actually got red blasted by Shauna and then recast immediately by Frost. That's what that 4 mana went to.
Got it. Oh yeah, definitely mid a Kinnan killer believer. I'm a big fan there. I'm not a fan of leaving a Kinnan on the board for too long.
Yeah, I mean, just denying the first cycle of activations for Shauna on taps actually might be a little more heads up than it looks at first glance. Like, oh, Frost can just cast it right away. But, Shauna doesn't really know the composition of this Kinnan deck like we do. And if it is something like big flips, the game could easily start to slip away from her where she's in a very commanding position if a giant creature comes off the top.
Correct. Carpet? I like carpet definitely in this part. They're going to make some mana. A lot of 2-color decks, so islands definitely got to be played.
Hey, Shauna, you want to help me get an out to this Eudora board?
I would fucking love to.
Yeah, this is...
I used my red blast on Kinnan because I'm like, that doesn't stop Eudora.
Here comes a Thieves Guild Enforcer your way.
I don't suppose I can block it. It's flash.
No, if you don't block it, I can draw and try and get an answer. Which is the thing you just said.
Okay, we're attacking Shauna with the Thieves Guild Enforcer. Asking her not to block. I like the politics.
I like the snap block.
I promise you by a mile I'm not planning to win.
I like the snap block.
You like the snap block? You're such a savage.
Like snap block because the thing with this deck is it gets to just I definitely like the snap block because it puts JFK so far behind. It doesn't have a way to ninjutsu the Yuriko again, and it's just so there's no card advantage. It now has to sit as a control deck in this position.
And she says she has to block and does. Yeah, you're right. I mean, it definitely keeps Shauna really far ahead. And I do think that, I mean, he wasn't going to be able to attack anywhere else anytime soon. Asking, okay, is reasonable for sure. But I like Shauna saying,
asking while attacking was a little odd. Should have definitely asked first before attacking.
I will.
Or answer the question while in, but that's okay. Definitely put JFK far behind, but hopefully
this is why people I think are eager to get Yuriko to play, right? It's like the downside of having your thing die is so savage. And here's a Pongify.
Why is Kinnan like the huge problem here?
Because he has an activation on board. It's terrifying.
And we are targeting Kinnan with Pongify.
So this is where you know someone has played against too much Kinnan. When you just kill it with fire.
Just kill it every time. Whereas if you're going to spend your next turn, we're playing it again, tough guy. All right, I'll blast it again.
I'll blast it again, absolutely.
And we revealed for counterbalance. March of Swirling Mists will counter the Pongify.
How would we?
Interesting. Now we know the Jeweled Lotus works.
Yes, it's March of Swirling Mists.
I will cast this Jeweled Lotus.
Oh, I thought March was.
So that was just a pun. Was just a fake out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
Which is okay for me because this puts. This does not put a Niv in play.
With the Jeweled Lotus on the stack.
No, it doesn't put a Niv in play. We're a mana short unless we have a land. If she's been sandbagging a land, then we have a Niv.
I could crack the Flooded Strand.
And then counter the thing again.
Revealing that twice.
No, but we already revealed. We already revealed counterbalance to the JLo.
Yeah,
So I think that's
one on top is generally a good idea too.
to try to change the top.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. I don't know. There's some communication stuff going on there. It's hard to speak, but it looked to me like a Martial Willingness was revealed for Jeweled Lotus, and it also for the Pongify. It was revealed twice. So the Jeweled Lotus seems in to me.
Shauna is a great player, but Shauna is also a savage. There will be no walk back on that.
I love it. I love it. We're playing for stakes. Let's go. Let's go.
Exactly.
This ain't loosey-goosey casual pods. We got work to do.
So if we hit the land drop, we just have the Niv.
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
No land drop for Shauna means no Niv, but Jeweled Lotus is in play. Remora also still in play, and with plenty of artifact mana ready to go to pay for it. And done a good job keeping life total high around the mana crypt triggers. Very, very lucky. Shauna seems to be in a really, really good position this game.
You know what? I respect the counterbalance reveal if it was a salty reveal, but I don't like saying.
Are you arguing it's not a salty reveal?
I'm not saying I respect it if it was like, hey, you just put me back to the Ice Age. Here.
Well, how about a finale of Devastation for 5? How does that sound?
That's they say. That's a Seaborn miss, and we just go downhill from there. That is just downhill.
The Flooded Strand in response to it.
We're cracking the Flooded Strand in response to counterbalance, looking for a 7. Is there any hits?
I don't believe so.
Seagate Restoration. That's the first one that I see.
Oh,
how many hits do we have? That's a 7.
Mine goes first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will draw, and then I have no further response.
Shauna draws a card from Mystic Remora.
And I think that's the only hit. No, dig through. No, dig is.
No, yeah. All these other cards are 8. Oh wait, no, we have a Commandeer. So we have 2 hits. We have Seagate Restoration and Commandeer. This is a tough deck to play counterbalance in. There's a wide variance of CMCs to work with.
Is that tough, or does that make it a great counterbalance deck?
I think counterbalance gets better the more you can predict the things it actually counters, especially if you're doing it blind.
Somebody do some piles.
You know what? I was thinking the same thing, Shauna.
We're all on the same path.
So, all right, one of 2.
Better than a
Watery Grave. That is not going to counter a Finale of Devastation. So, that one's not going to get got by counterbalance. We'll see if Shauna's okay with letting it happen.
I have nothing. Go ahead.
I have nothing. Go ahead. She says, and a 5-mana creature coming.
So my question is Muse gray here? I think if there's a way we could just win, we could just grab Trophy Mage.
Okay.
But we're getting Muse. Okay.
If you grab Trophy Mage, do you just win? You don't just win.
Trophy grabs you Basalt. But if you have no outlet in hand, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah. You have to have either an outlet or, whatever, the Thrasios or something like that. This, I think, can grab you, as the game goes on, you just activate, you can find the Thrasios.
Yeah, it does a lot more.
Things start to go your way.
Yeah. I don't like this build of Kennen where it's more about the infinite mana. You don't really have the big hits off the creatures. You kind of whiff a lot more.
True. Felwar Stone, the follow-up, that's a pretty good one to have if you're a Kennen with a Seedborn Muse and a Mana Vault as well. Shauna, this is a lot of mana. Do we have 2 activations yet? 4, 5, 6.
It looks
7,
like
8.
it.
And 10 plus 3. I got 13, 14, 15. Yeah, we have 2 activations on the Mana to spare.
He has 2 activations.
Actually pretty high because
the molding that I would be going through for that Pongify.
For that Pongify, yeah. That Pongify getting countered starts to look a little sus now, huh?
I'm not saying anything. I don't know. Maybe we had a game plan. Maybe we have our own removal. I don't know. I trust the players playing in this tournament. They're definitely better than I.
I'm inclined to agree. But It certainly is a tough spot to be with how much mana Kinnan currently has in play.
Cool.
Oh yeah, you know what that land is? Mikukaru.
Oh yeah, that's a Green Post legacy land. That one I do know. We get to each player draw a card. We're good on
Everybody
that
draw a card.
Everybody,
That's not
yeah.
a postcard. When's the last time that 12
That's
Post played a
what-
Mikukaru?
That's not playing out of my sideboard, bro. Come on, Oracle Tinted.
Are you for real?
Yeah,
For what
Oracle.
matchup? Where are you boarding that in?
That's it.
Whatever. Here's Altar of Dementia for Void Games. Yeah, that
Is
card,
this danger?
that's a sack outlet.
Yep.
This looks like a kill. This is a kill, right?
Well, you don't want to tell me how this combo works. I'm thinking it's a kill, right?
All right, stay with me. You and I are gonna walk. We're gonna walk through it together. All right, so we sacrifice the goofball
To mill someone.
Oh, we're paying for Remora too. Sheesh. Yeah, so you
Yeah,
sack
because if it's kill, you don't pay for the remora.
Right. So you sack the Teamer Charger. It triggers Eudora. It comes back as a face down forest. You reveal a green card in your hand. No, you tap it for green. You reveal a green card in your hand to turn it face up, make it a creature again, sack. And you can do this over and over to mill everybody. But you also just make infinite green mana.
Kinnan's dead is the exact same scenario. We just still lose to this, right? And I was hoping that the Kinnan would stop this exact scenario that you said would happen a turn cycle ago. Was him winning.
You can always.
That we're just done?
Or a Hull Breaker.
Well, we don't know. So Kinnan can spin, but
Kinnan has 2 spins. What works?
Yeah, but nothing works. That's the issue with it, because we're thinking it's big flips. And sadly it's not. Hullbreaker Horror plus a spell works.
Okay.
9, 10, 11.
Does Phantasmal Image accomplish anything? No.
Jesus.
Does I mean, we can draw cards with like a Thrasios. You can hit Thrasios and draw some cards. It doesn't feel good.
Is that a Drift Phantasm? What did we just reveal?
I will draw off of Mr. Kimura.
A great question.
Don't know.
Does that have a power and toughness box?
Who are you having draw the cards, by the way?
I'm having myself draw the cards.
How many answers do you have?
I will say,
What?
I have a lot of answers. I would also prefer to be milled because it changes.
This card is Drown in Dreams, Ashani.
Need to mill.
Oh, we're hardcasting a Johnny. I thought we activated Kinnan. My apologies.
No, we are hardcasting a Drown in Dreams. So choose one. If you control a commander, you can choose both. Target player draws X, target player mills twice X.
Oh my goodness, so we had 15 mana, so we were drawing a billion?
Yeah, it looks like we're drawing approximately a billion. And we're milling JFK.
No, you're good. That's in those 8. I got a couple of good answers to that Drown in Dreams.
I think we're supposed to mill 16. It's supposed to mill twice X.
I will.
But whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about how much this is for.
Is that back on the stack now?
I mean, it has never been on the stack. I'm sorry, it was on the stack. It has never resolved.
It was
I know that.
It was Counterbalance, Mystic Remora resolved, and then.
No, so we're talking about how the stack is. And the stack is.
Yeah, well, we just resolved the Drown in Dreams with the Altar of Dementia on the stack.
Right, with the Altar of Dementia and the Remora Counterbalance on the stack.
Counterbalance above that.
So now we're going to resolve the Remora, I believe.
Yeah, well, no, I think Remora's already resolved. We're resolving Counterbalance because Remora resolved before Counterbalance.
What do we resolve?
And what is that?
That's a 1 drop.
Looks like a 1-mana creature. Looks like some kind of ninja thing.
Yeah, that is the blade. What an ETB to put -1 card on a creature? I know the text. I just don't know the card.
Fair. These names are tough. Fourth Bridge Prowler is the text box in that card.
There we go. There we go.
Is this a March of Swirling Mists? Maybe.
I'm gonna phase out 2 things. I'm gonna phase out.
Yeah, March of Swirling Mists.
The command
Paying X is 2.
And the combo, the Tamar Charger.
Okay.
Those are the right choices.
So the
Yeah, that gives a lot of time.
So I will draw.
Commander and the combo piece, right?
And I have no response to March.
Yes, you just hit both the creatures that are involved, it seems, yeah.
No, I guess I'll just spend.
So are we sure that JFK milled 16?
I'll phase out.
I'm not sure how many cards JFK milled.
Alter, but it
Looks a little thin.
I don't know the deck. I'm pretty sure he could. There's a chance he might still win with Alter.
But even with it, no, but with his commander out, he shouldn't have it, right?
I can't.
Yeah, they're talking about this is kind of the power of Brewers' advantage. These players trying very hard to figure out exactly how this Hitora deck wins. The Ultimate Dimension, I think, was face up win. The rest of this.
So first off,
without the commander, I don't think it
also,
works.
Alter is still
I agree.
then
I
we
think you
have
can
to-
phase out
yeah.
the creature that unflips and the commander and
Yeah.
be okay.
I believe so.
Have to just hit those.
Because even
And
if
at
the
that point,
Alter,
you know, Frost gets to untap a bunch of stuff, just drew 15 cards or whatever. And, you know, Frost is going to get a turn before Void games. And suddenly Frost looks like pretty likely to win, right? We just resolved an X spell for like 15 or 8. I don't even know what it was. But yeah, we're going to hit both of those cards as we saw. They are now phased out. Alter now looks good to resolve.
It's okay. We understand.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. This back on the stack.
so,
No response.
all good.
so do we
Yeah,
know
yeah. Everybody says okay. Alter
I think I have to
happens.
leave up mana for interaction in case someone else.
So do we
wants
have
to,
mana?
because
If we can kill the
thing being fed,
Seaborn
I'll pass
here,
At your end step,
I-
I will tap this Mox Diamond, and I will attempt to Pyroblast the Kinnan.
Pyroblast the Kinnan before the untap. Shauna drawing both blasts this game. Please stop. They're just all targeting Kinnan. Shauna, a lot of respect for the Kinnan, and the Kinnan player still very far ahead despite that.
Trigger.
And a force pitching a blue card, I can't really get a good look at.
Sadly.
I
Does go
block,
to exile,
and
does
I
not go to the
will,
graveyard.
Does that mountain tap now?
No, I use the Max Diamond over here.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, you're fine. I will
I lose a life for that. I apologize.
yeah, you're fine. I will.
so the Pyroblast target the Kinnan, Force
Cast
will
this
target the
Misdirection.
Pyroblast.
Misdirection, target the force of will. Wow.
What are we pitching to misdirection?
This is actually
Gotta
good.
pitch a card still.
It must be hard having so many cards.
Yeah, I'll pitch this in Gush, and I will attempt to change the target.
Pitching
of
Gush.
Will to Misdirection.
Seems cool with me.
Well, you don't have to declare that. You don't have to declare
obviously won't
the
have
target of
responses at the
misdirection.
moment. I can't do anything.
You have to declare the spell at targets. You don't have to declare what you're misdirecting it
Well,
to.
yeah, exactly.
Pyroblasted.
Okay.
No response to end step.
So that happens. Kinnan dies.
Okay.
And now Frost still has a Seaborn Muse and a lot of cards. We just resolved a huge draw spell, but Kinnan costs a lot, and you can't cast it.
Man, that's unhelpful.
Kinnan costs a lot. No, that's right, but
Land is a land. You
we
gotta
did
take
draw a
that.
lot of cards.
What's that?
Wow, that's so sad.
what's
I
that,
didn't think that this would matter, but phasing both of them actually keeps me from stopping him harder.
Yeah,
I was
'cause
so
you can't remove
so
it.
happy I was so
can't
happy
kill
they were
that
both
thing.
phased. I was so happy. I was
I
like,
think
"Yeah."
right now the
That's
problem.
Pretty
I mean, I understand Void has win
Is
on
Sorcerer
board,
Speed or answer?
but the problem I think is
No
Shauna.
way.
Yeah, I mean, Niv's gonna check that.
Yeah.
You want to phase stuff back in? All right, you sack the thing in response. I have effects. Cast
Oh, no,
spells.
Go ahead.
I just
Bonk.
assume Niv. I just assume Niv's result. There's a curiosity
When it enters,
right
you can have
behind
target
it.
creature get
Oh, you think game's just over next turn? That's very
Oh, yeah.
possible.
I'll kill the
There's a lot of cards that just got drawn.
Dryad Arbor, I think.
That's true. I mean, you think Frost just has straight nothing? I mean, just drew like 15 cards or whatever.
Let's go ahead. And
You don't
put
think
down a swamp.
if I had anything, I'd protect my Kinnan with a Muse out?
Any interaction at all for either my turn or Shauna's turn, you just keep it up because things.
I hear that. From my total lack of doing anything this game after having that rogue blocked, you could tell.
Yeah,
the mulligans were bad. Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, Kinnan's just drawn so many cards. This game, like you mentioned, Shauna getting a turn first is key. But I do think that Kinnan should be counted out. And obviously, Void having went on board is something you have to respect. But I have to imagine that Shauna and Frost, with this embarrassment of riches to work with, are going to be able to assemble a kill. One of them or both of them. Yeah,
exactly.
I am.
Because that would be a cool thing to do. I could leave this up in the hopes that you draw me into something to help deal with that board.
I have Time Twister in the deck. There's a chance I could draw it.
Yeah.
But I'm probably just tapping out for Niv next turn.
I'm not doing a ton.
I'm probably just tapping out for Niv next turn. Appreciate the honesty.
I
would also be planning to tap out for Niv next turn.
I will pay for fish by tapping 1.
Pay for fish. Yeah, that colorless mana not really worth a whole lot. I do like paying for fish.
one into the abyss.
Oh, there's nothing sweeter than a fish and a Niv Mizzet.
I will.
Yeah, that seems potent.
Tell you
That
what. Oh my
powerful.
goodness. Absolutely delicious. Did we hit a land drop? We've drawn so many cards.
Just so many cards, yeah, like you mentioned.
We've drawn so much interaction too. So maybe we did a draw land.
If you haven't drawn a land, then I mean, how dead are you, right? Like it's so much.
We draw both Power of Red, a Pugnify, a Misdirection plus blue card. Yeah. Yeah, if we don't draw land, that's okay.
But any kill spell, it would have been nice to be able to beat up one of the two combo pieces. They're both kind of hidden now, and I need artifact removal, which Demir does not have.
Don't worry about it.
I will cast this Lotus Petal. I will tap 1, 2,
cast Lotus
3,
Petal
4.
first. That makes
Oh,
me
whoa,
think
whoa,
this.
whoa, whoa.
I will cast my
Don't let it run through that counterbalance trigger, my guy. Oh, lordy, lordy. Oh, lordy, she
shot it. I love it.
Quickly. Oh, you got to counterbalance check that one. Hey.
I mean, do you? There's a lot of game to be played. And we're gonna use the Niv. The Modfly Niv's gonna stay in the Niv zone. Gonna pull out the hot dog Niv.
I think you need to learn the Niv also. Seems like you have not experienced our Niv missing game, good sir.
I've experienced the Niv Mizzet game. From my experience, normally Niv doesn't really ever hit the table. The card is very hard to cast, and stopping the mana seems pretty intuitive if you understand that Niv hitting the board is pretty bad. But Shauna looks like she has assembled the Niv with Remora, and now I really like her spot.
Remora, mana up, and a Niv Mizzet. My goodness.
Modfly in the chat says the Modflies for show, hot dogs for doing work. I couldn't agree more.
I
couldn't agree more.
For that. The whole kind of game plan was to turbo out Seaboard.
Land for turn is Gemstone Caverns. That's not what the doctor ordered. Have to imagine you're more interested in some colored mana sources.
Thank you.
Pretty bad land drop. I have to imagine that's the only land she has access to if that's the land she's choosing to play.
Definitely.
Are we considering like a curiosity effect?
Respecting the foil game here. Pretty on point.
Oh yeah, I mean Shauna doesn't show up without a really nice looking deck. Every time I've seen her play, it's a piece of work. I've been informed that the foil Mindbreak trap was the final piece of the puzzle a few weeks ago, and it is now 100% foil.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's big sheesh.
So
yeah. Well, not 100%. That volcanic island's not foil, so let's figure that out. You know, there's alternatives that can get it done.
Not bad.
The time twister, get a little foil altar in your time twister. What do you think, Ashani?
Sure.
Too poor to be in this conversation.
That's not for me. I think the time twister. Time twister's gonna have to stay on foil.
We're in the tank here.
I have to imagine she has to have like some kind of curiosity effect. We pitched an early tandem lookout, 2 chrome mocks, which makes me feel like there should be redundant curiosities going on. And we're maybe just considering how dead you are to the curiosity if you cast it and die, like it gets countered.
I have one.
You have one instant. Okay. That could.
If we're tanking this one, we have a win attack.
Tap this gemstone for this.
You draw 2
gemstone for top.
Correct. That is correct.
Okay. So
top gives you a ping at instant speed. So this starts the train on checking void games if it gets to that.
Very lucky.
That checks the train for Kidden.
Gamble? What needs to happen here? So if we gamble, draw a mana source. We've already played a land. I feel like we were not supposed to play the Gemstone Caverns yet if we're planning to gamble.
I'll kill the Boreal Druid.
Kill Boreal Druid.
Then I will gamble.
What is she getting? Curiosity costs 1. We played land.
3 would not help because I was thinking of just using the Lotus Petal to spin the top, but that was.
What do you get here?
The counterbalance. Oh! help me.
So where are all of
Shiny counterbalance, we're holding it. We're holding it. We got scarier things going. We're holding it. Stop. We're holding it. You know.
Which is 2 damage. If she has 1, that's a 3rd damage. So you just need 1 more instant.
Okay.
Yeah. So
No stress. We don't stress about counterbalance around here. We're just
tries to start
no
them,
no counterbalance,
we can
only vibes.
chain those
Foils
together.
cannot be
Okay.
countered by counterbalance.
So just so that we're aware, there's no way for us to make mana,
Assume she's gambling
right?
for something
yes, I
like
am
that.
gambling.
Mox
for any
Diamond,
creature
Lotus
coming around right
Petal,
now.
Chromox is all gone. Is it Opal that's left? The only free way to make a
Opal
mana?
work. I mean, let's look. We have the deck list in front of us. Let's see. We have a talisman of. We can't cast that. We have.
5 cards. Someone wants to pick a card.
Shauna does not play a Mox Opal
I want to pick it.
or a Mox
1,
Amber.
2, 3, 4,
Interesting.
1 through 5.
3.
3. That is a Fierce Guardianship. Which
Fierce
is a
Guardianship
bad thing
would
to
have
see
been a
right
good
now,
one.
but that's okay. Hopefully.
Yeah, it currently looks impossible to make blue.
I have nothing else. I need to shuffle, but I will pass the turn.
Oh, that Fierce being gone is big.
I won't untap. I have a Crypt Trigger.
And just passing the turn after that. No effects from Frost at all. All those cards in hand and nothing to play. Very interesting.
A couple of instants.
That even made me a lot more terrified.
No, not this turn. Fuck,
No, it has to be on his turn. So
I forgot that you were phased.
Instance.
Yeah,
My things are safe.
No,
They're safe.
I think.
Well, so if it gets a Void Game's turn, can they just combo at instant speed?
That's what I'm thinking.
Do they just win?
You're phasing immediately, unless that creature is a 1 toughness.
I can try to draw you free.
If it's 1 toughness, then they can kill it? No, they can't. Because sacrifice part of the cost.
I'm more likely to be able to cast an instant.
So they're just dead. Right?
Well, I can't make.
I mean, unless this Niv player is coming from the top rope. I'm sorry, the Niv, the Kinnan player is coming from the top rope. I mean, Shauna could have tuned for something like a Thunderclap. Second out, deal 3. That like works.
The teamer charger is a 3/1.
Well, that one doesn't matter. That one you want to kill. It's what you actually need to kill the commander. But Thunderclap does that. You can Thunderclap, get the Niv trigger, and then draw with top. That's fine.
Or maybe Mug Salvage? No, she's not on Mug.
I guess I can just tap that.
Submerge also works. Submerge is probably the better one, frankly. I'm just looking at cards that are free because it has to be free. Wait, we have no mana.
We have no mana. We just have a draw.
Yep. So you tap 6
I'll
for
tap
Kinnan?
this. I tapped 7. I'm floating 1 colorless.
Cool.
So
1 colorless.
yeah, we'll
Okay, so we're making mana for we're recasting Kinnan. Which
recasting
costs what? $1 billion?
Kinnan. About $1 million, yeah. I think. But Mana Vault plus all the lands, that's 6. That gets the job done. We get to leave all the artifacts up and start making a lot of Kinnan mana immediately, and we are going to do so. As here is Talisman of Curiosity.
Deal damage to void your face.
Draw a card and deal damage to Void's face.
Yeah, because the Remora is still in play.
Kinnan. Yep. Interesting.
I think I might not want to cast more.
Play this Mox Diamond.
Mox Diamond. I mean, we got to get these cards out of hand. I mean, Frost just drew like 10 cards or whatever, and that's another card coming for Shauna.
Cast 37 more spells, man. You got this.
That's all I have.
Oh, we're still picking Void. Okay.
Let's ping Void's face.
I guess I can try.
I feel like I just
What does Shauna have? So, okay, for context, the combo here, Eudora, Grave Gardener, since everybody knows that card, basically says when you kill a creature, it comes back face down and it's a forest with no abilities. There's a Teamer Charger that's phased out alongside that commander that was about to threaten to win with the Altar of Dimension. Ironically, now Void's only 3 non-land permanents are a 3-card kill. And the way that works is you sack the Teamer Charger to the Altar of Dimension. It comes back face down as a forest, and the ability of Teamer Charger is to reveal a green card from your hand, and you can turn it face up. So that makes infinite mana. And of course, you don't even need the mana because you have Altar of Dementia and you just mill everybody. So you make infinite mana, you mill everybody, and you win the game. And that's just on the table. And it can be done on upkeep. So like we can't wait for the creatures to come back and then Shauna can kill stuff before main phase. Like as soon as the creatures come back, in upkeep. As soon as Void has priority, we can start it up.
1 sec, sorry, I'm doing math.
And I think you don't even have to do anything, right? You can just wait until the first attempt to kill goes on the stack.
Perfect, yeah.
Letting players untap with mana feels bad.
But you don't get killed them at instant speed, you just mill them, right?
Well, sure, but you're giving. I mean, removal still gets you. Like a bounce spell on your commander gets you.
All right, here we go. So we're going. We're untapping.
We're
So
untapping.
going
That means
into-
that it is Void Game's turn.
When do they?
All right.
They phase in before you untap.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Before I untap.
Yeah, they phase in and then you untap.
Yeah, but you don't get priority. Can't take actions. That's what he's asking, but we'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we have to respond in upkeep.
It unphases, he untaps, and then in the upkeep we can do all the normal things that people could do.
Oh god, I feel so bad. I feel like Sean's gonna win during our turn. I'm gonna untap. Well, these phase in, then I go to untap.
Yep.
All right, untap. There we go. We phased our creatures back in. We have untapped. There's a kill on the table. There's just a kill on the table. A lot of mana up. A Niv from Shauna, but all Void has to do is activate some stuff, and a kill happens.
So he activate, but there's a trigger. So if we remove the commander,
right, yeah, you're not like split second or anything. You can't go over top.
Right.
You just have it.
Sacrifice Teamer Charger to alter dimension.
And yeah, here we go. We're firing it up
Sending it.
in response to
trigger on
something.
the stack.
Well, no, it looks like Frost cast something. You don't have a great look at that. Is that a bloom titter? What is that? Why is it 2 mana tapped? 4 mana tapped.
Okay. So the activation's on the stack.
Activations of the stack. Teamer Charger. Trigger.
And I can just activate it again to try to get something.
But will you have still mana to cast the instant that you have?
Yes.
Okay.
I can activate it one more time.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
We seem to have a plan.
Stack.
Yes.
Targeting.
Teamer Charger is in the
whatever.
graveyard.
Yeah.
Because it stacks as part of the cost.
And that's
Yeah, so Eudora's so it's gonna be Eudora's trigger on the stack.
So yeah, it'll be
Uh,
Alter Dementia, Eudora's trigger, and then whatever he's doing with Kinnan.
Yeah, okay. We're building the stack here. It seems like, yeah, Eudora's trigger.
Yeah.
Alter Dimension activation, which puts the Eudora's trigger on top of that.
Yeah.
And then
and we pray.
Kinnan activation, it looks like. All right.
Well, and nothing
I just get an elf.
spins here matters.
Findhorn Elves.
Okay,
can you
and
cast
then-
instant, please?
Yes.
See,
And
All
I
right.
don't-
Do you have a submerge, Shauna?
So actually I think the instant I have can help.
That'd be great.
Love to
With
hear
a
that.
cast instant though.
Frost seems to have
Sean.
something.
That's Sean is-
Chain of Vapor.
Thank God.
This
Yeah.
seems
Okay.
pretty good.
This seems.
Does
pretty
that
good.
actually work?
I
Seems
agree.
pretty
I
good.
like this.
Yeah, we're in upkeep, so it works.
I have 2.
If we're in main phase, you can float mana with Gaze Cradle.
Cool.
Bounce the commander to your hand. Don't copy or anything. Let the trigger resolve. Bring it back as a forest. Tap. No, you're still one short.
And I have
Yeah,
no response.
uh,
to
the-
Kinnan.
Well, if you have a land
Well-
drop, it works. Sorry, if you have a land drop, it works because the forest doesn't count as a land drop. But if you have a land drop, you can float mana, bring the forest back, play a land, make 5, play your commander, do the whole thing again. But we're in upkeep, so we can.
Oh yeah, because the Eudora trigger still happens, which gives him an extra
I think
mana.
so.
Exactly, it gives you a forest.
And then
Cool.
the first Kinnan activation will resolve afterward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what happened. We were in upkeep. Frost has a Kinnan trigger on the stack. We responded by activating, and now we have a Kinnan trigger again.
And
I tell you what, being able to bluff having some big creatures in your deck is huge. And I think at this point, after the third one bricks, I think people
Yeah,
should start to
someone
get
has to
wise that this
realize.
is not a big
Yeah.
flips deck at
Yeah,
all.
this is not a big flip
thank you
stack.
for
Yeah.
telling me all about it.
I apologize.
Terrible. No, yeah.
My draw step now. We're
Yeah,
up
you
to-
can draw.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Did
run
Shauna
some
draw her
activations
cards
for
off of the
you.
Chain of Vapor and deal damage? I didn't see where the damage went.
I didn't see where the
So
damage
confident
went.
in her win now that she doesn't even
Oh,
believe you.
well, that
I
seems
know,
like a
I'm
dead
just like,
Kinnan.
just-
So I think
oh,
it went to
gosh, it's been
Kinnan.
fe- the
Okay,
fid's
that
been
makes sense.
fed
She's
too
Oh,
been
no,
killing
are the
Kinnan the
chain-
entire game.
Yeah.
This fid
Yeah.
just been
See,
so
that's why I
fat the
didn't.
whole game. And I've been doing.
Tell me,
Alright,
Shouty.
so
Tell me
this-
the.
But she just has so.
So
many
I was
cards
just
now, I
saying,
feel
this
like
is
it's
why
just
I wouldn't
inevitable.
interact, right? Because my interaction is making
It's
Yeah.
Shauna kill my Kinnan.
Jeez.
So you would just die? I mean, what else do you do?
She gambled.
I mean,
With
it's
one win on
no way
board.
to manipulate
Gabby should have
it.
went to got an interaction
I
piece.
mean, if I happen to hit 3 and like beat the curiosity.
Yeah, okay. I'm with
really
you.
that
And if it's not,
far
you're just
back
okay
on the
dying?
board.
If
I'm
she
just
just
okay
passes priority,
dying.
you're just passing priority?
Yeah.
Because I think
we
it's priority
gambled.
order. You have to say, Shauna, you have priority first. She just passed priority. What do? You just die?
I just die.
You're insane.
I just die. Shauna has a Niv Visit and a Remora on board. Drawing cards, pinging saying, have your creatures checked.
I decided just to wait.
You need the kidden to do anything on this board. I know kidden costs 8. No, this is Shauna's problem. Absolutely, 100% Shauna's problem.
Can you cast your commander right now?
So
my kidden
greedy.
keeps dying? It's greedy and salt, man. This kidden costs 8. And that's all because of one person.
It's in his hand.
That kidden costs 8.
At 9,000 the entire time.
I'm ready. Nah, kill me. I'm okay. This is your
Don't you just have...
You just have.
There's a next game. I can make top 16 with the next game. I'm okay.
Real scavenging ooze in my hand and morph up.
Revealing Scavenging Ooze, flipping Teamer Charger after making green. So now Cradle makes green. Do we have a land?
Okay.
Yeah. So now you have a green floating. Yeah.
That's cool.
We have green floating. Do we have a land? Land would be
If
pretty
Flint's
good.
back, have to have land, right? Did I put it back in the same position?
Is it another?
No, it's not another. It's target creature.
Cool. I'll give my own Teamer Charger trample, yeah.
Fuck yeah, nice.
Teamer Charger now gets trample. Thanks for turning face up.
Play a Gaia Reach Sanitarium.
Gaia Reach Sanitarium is a
So
land.
that's a land. So that's a 5 mana, right?
Yeah, that's 5 mana to recast Eudora. And
all right, here we go. Send it,
now we
let's
get to
go.
do it again. 1
green, and then another green, and then more. All right, let's see who had the counter.
Eudora.
Again.
Yeah, man, I don't have.
All right, see, you would have died, but it's 2 attempts. Shauna has to act anyway.
Counterbalance, you can do it.
Counterbalance. Looking for
Counterbalance flip 3.
That's sad.
All right, that's not important. Get out of here with that. What you got, Shauna?
Look, the
that's all
counterbalance coming in on the top ropes here. Come on.
Oh, but this still doesn't work, right? Because Shauna just kills the Charger.
No, the Charger gets sacrificed to the altar of dimension. That thing's dead at all times. You're never targeting that with Niv.
No, here's the thing. What I'm saying though,
well,
we don't. It doesn't become a forest.
So it's not worth the. It's not worth the.
Right now, Shauna taps the Sensei's top, draw a card, pings it. It dies. The combos are offline.
Did draw this.
Okay, yeah, that would work. Yeah, Eudora's in the stack. Oh, we're just gonna submerge it instead.
Which she had the whole time. Come on.
Obviously, she had it the whole time. She can't for submerge.
I don't care. Come on. This is my greed. It is. I can't handle it. This cannon costs 8 because of this woman. Oh yeah.
Yeah, if he tries.
The submerge is gonna trigger Niv.
That's promising.
Oh, let's see.
Do we not believe in the power of Izzet? It counters. All it does is counter magic.
I hope you have something for Shauna.
Wait, what just happened? What? Where did the submerge go? Why are there creatures in play?
The submerge not got cast?
Was that just like revealed? Saying, hey, I have this?
Fuck yeah.
So,
that mind game. Oh my goodness.
That would be gas. I was like, Darian, activate. Darian, activate, pal. Darian, activate that.
Did that just happen?
No
way,
that
just happened.
all the stuff's in play. Niv's not triggered. I think Shauna was just like, check it out. I got a submerge. Darian, go.
Let me show you this card real quick. Do it. I dare you.
Activate it. I dare you. Oh, I love it. I love it absolutely so much.
Oh,
and here comes Yuriko. That one is connecting with somebody.
No response to Yuriko.
No response to Yuriko. Demonic Consultation hits the hand. I mean, Fifth Oracle could just be it.
I have nothing. I think I will be probably passing here.
Gonna hold that Oppo up and hope is good enough.
That Oppo gets schmirked by this Niv visit. That Oppo is not doing a lot.
What happened to the chain of vapor?
You mean you deck her and all of us?
That's in the graveyard.
Well, yes.
Where else?
How did Niv Mizzet not get bounced?
That's not ideal.
Give me the
Floyd
top of these
Games did
players.
not elect to sacrifice a land and bounce another
That's
target.
how, yeah, okay. We went for the technical term. That's pretty good.
Whatever you want.
That is what happened. I agree.
You asked the question, I answered the question. I do not understand what your problem is.
Facts. We should word our question differently.
Wow,
are we
an important
on
lesson in
tapping?
wording your questions for sure.
Oh, we're on tapping.
If you just pass,
Yeah,
My
Shauna's
goodness.
untapping. That's just when you have to turn your entire hand sideways to untap your mana. I'm not optimistic about my chances of winning this game. All right, Shauna's untapping. I think just won her mana crypt again. Easily the best mana crypt I've ever seen in my life. Shauna's still at 39. And now Niv just gets to punch in and go to work.
How do this is like an out of game question. How do the tournaments normally work? Like if you win like 2 or 3 times, is that generally top 16? Or
you want to look for 11 points. So you want to look for 2 wins and a draw at least.
Oh, this game, I think this is the end.
I'm
not optimistic. I'll tell you that, Ashadi. I'm not optimistic.
Oh god.
Oh man, that was some mind play. I'm gonna sneak the submerge to you and say, hey, chill.
I mean, you can if you want to.
I got you on lock. Like, I got you on lock. What you gonna do about it? Golly.
Just don't need to cast it.
I mean, yeah. Okay, I will target the charger with a ping.
Targeting the charger with the ping. You gonna go for it, tough guy? What are you gonna do? You gonna go for it, or what are you
can still respond with you can still respond to your trigger with a submerge. Yeah.
Correct. I would respond.
Yeah, and people were talking about the submerge is still there. God.
Yeah. See, everyone is so tunnel vision on the Eudora, like we're not seeing the true threat here. The true threat.
What's the threat? It's just a silly little hot dog, Ashani. Look at the hot dog.
Silly hot dog. My bad. The hot dog.
There's no threats here. It's just a hot dog. You just eat it.
Oh lordy.
You ever had a Chicago hot dog, Ashani?
I have not.
Oh, excellent. I was a little bit skeptical. Tomatoes and all kinds of nonsense in my hot dog had me feeling ways, but they're actually a game changer. Portillo's.
Tomatoes on my hot dog?
Yeah, it's got all kinds of stuff. You got like a poppy seed bun. You got like relish. You got onion. You got mustard. No ketchup. Don't touch ketchup with a 10-foot pole. You get like a whole pickle spear on it. It's great.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll submerge
what
here.
All right, we have successfully cast submerge in response to the sacrifice.
The Niv trigger on the stack. I have a counterbalance trigger. I'm thinking about if I want to reveal it. No,
we are considering revealing for submerge.
Yeah, but you're also about to win. It's bad.
On counterbalance.
Submerge.
That would be an interesting play. I mean, I'm all about trying to protect wins to try to force other people's play, but flipping to counterbalance for submerge. It seems ambitious. I'll go with it. Seems ambitious.
The creature goes on top of the land, but not the hand.
All right. And then we draw a card from Niv.
Yeah. Oh wait.
Well, but
we sacked it. We sacked it to the. We didn't put it on top, did we?
Yeah,
we sacked it.
No, he puts it into his hand, because that's his hand. And the commander is a different sleeve card.
Why would it be in the hand? It's submerge.
It should exactly. Is what I'm saying.
All right. Maybe.
I will tap this Soul Ring.
Let's see if we get a judge.
And get Chromox to
Ophidian Eye.
Cast Ophidian Eye and attempt.
Ophidian Eye indeed.
Oh no. Not what the gamble got.
This is the
Shame. Not what the gamble got. Shame.
The gamble. Look, the gamble got. The gamble got the submerge.
Of course.
Ophidian Eye is a powerful one. So now, if you're not familiar, Niv Mizzet Purn wins with curiosity effects. This says when it does a damage, you draw a card. And this says when you draw a card, Niv says when you draw a card, you deal a damage. So if you can figure this one out, that begins to work.
So we're about to cast a demonic consultation.
On top of the library, but we put it into the hand instead.
What?
No. He just put it into a hand because he thought that submerge bounces to hand. It was just an accident.
Yeah, it was my bad. I thought it was a bounce spell she was doing, not a top to the library spell.
Yeah. I
got mistaken from that because it got bounced previously, and I thought it was the same kind of maneuver.
Yeah.
In my
Okay,
head.
so
Cool. All right, so we're getting the
all good here.
we're getting the commander put in the right spot. It is not in hand. It
Thank you so
is
much.
in top of
Thank you.
library. You know, obviously very unlikely to matter, but could.
Counterbalance
And I
trigger on
think
the stack.
Oh, Christ,
that
I made a mistake.
we need to make sure we keep that gameplay tight as possible.
Sorry, it sounded
Revealing
having a question as we left.
Scroll rack 2.
scroll rack for 2.
So for in
I
chat,
am thinking
Wildfire shot.
Counterbalance trigger was
Even if
gone.
Charlotte doesn't have
I'm
enough cards,
thinking about
I
holding
believe. Let me
priority
double
with
check.
Fiddy and I
I
still on
believe the list
stack.
is on Twister, so they will always end up in the queue. So we can shuffle our library back in and kill the table.
Maniacs.
Yeah, you just draw, and then you can ping something that's not a player with the last ping, and then
To
you
stop the loop.
twister it all away. You get 7 draws. That starts it all up again.
Yeah,
Correct.
and a mystic.
So yeah, so even if
Mystic.
there's not enough
Yeah.
cards, the
Just
Twister will always have
Right.
enough for the kill.
And good luck fighting over the twister, because that
Correct,
just starts it up again
I
if
will
you try to
draw
fight with
deal
expel.
damage
So
to
it, like you can't even try to counter the twister and have that work
And I
because
have
it
no
just
further
doesn't.
responses to
Demonic Consultation, the response from JFK, a card that has to be cast here, but
How much open mana do you represent currently?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 open mana.
5
and
open
you only
mana
cast a Fiddy
and
Eye
the
a Talisman
works.
This turn?
No, I'm trying to see if there's any wording differences between
No, I was
Fiddy
thinking
and the
plus
other
or sword,
curiosities.
it's
Fiddy
harder to
says
counter in hand
it has
now.
flash, and whenever enchanted creature deals
Which
come
I'm
damage
kind
to
of
an
looking
opponent,
for
you may
the
draw a
best one to
card,
get, but
which I believe is the exact same
unless you guys
text
can
as
do it,
curiosity.
That's
So
curiosity.
just a flashy curiosity for 2 extra mana.
Not instance. So.
Okay, I am gonna name.
See if we can get a
something
listen on the
bad.
name.
We'll say Force of Negation. Let me check my grave. Force of Negation.
Naming Force of Negation.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
it could be. This is not a good play. Are we good to resolve? I guess we are if I named it.
I prefer a kill
1,
spell here.
2, 3, 4.
Are there any kill spells that kill an evil? There's a
Six.
Rollick,
Force
but
of
that doesn't
Will,
work.
thank
Good
God.
thing you didn't name Force of Will.
Here we go.
All right, so we're safe on the top 6. Thorical gone.
There went fast.
Big random creatures gone.
Look,
Cursed Totem, Famage,
It's the bottom card, I'm
Sakashima,
doing,
more magic cards, Tainted
If
Pact
Force goes
gone,
for him, I'm gonna be sad.
Hakaduma, Mental Misstep, Flush the Storm, Mana Crypt. Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of rule spells that work. Offer you can't refuse.
Well, the Unicorn didn't play right, so the Deadly Relic was online.
Oh, you're right. That wasn't live. Well, you would have died to it, so
Right.
good thing we didn't name that one. Heads up
Very
play.
funny
Not
to
naming
see
cards
me
in the
do
top
Fiddy
6.
Knight to something else.
Yeah, that'd be
Submerge also would have worked as well. Also revealed the top 6. So maybe your rule spell would have just got him killed. Oh, there's a dismember. Could have named that. There you go.
No, it's not your hand, is it?
No, that would
Not in
be
your hand.
so sad. I would just disconnect.
That'd be tough. Blue Elemental Blast, another card that works. Okay, I'm just lying. There's a ton of removal spells for him to visit the Yuriko deck, huh?
Holy shit! I almost just want to see the bottom card.
Oh no.
That's the second consult we've seen that's failed.
Snuff Out also would have
Snuff Out was
worked.
all, yeah.
Okay, Nora. How many cards are left in the library? That library's beginning to look a little slim.
All right.
So let's
Okay.
double check. I didn't see a card scratch. Are we playing that card? That's
Yeah,
a negative.
I think that would be no.
So we don't have any win conditions.
I mean, we can attack with whatever large monsters are left, I guess, but
I think we're
there's
playing
not
for
a
a
lot of deck
draw.
left to work with. Here's Force of Negation. That will trigger Niv. Shauna, gonna draw a card, deal a damage to somebody. Here's a deflecting swat. Look, that's foil. Look, she has a sweet foil deflecting swat that doesn't work. Where's the Volcanic Island?
We don't want to ping anything. We just want to cast it.
Here is a deflecting swat. Island on top does nothing to counter anything on the stack. So now does Frost have anything? 2 cards, 3 cards in hand?
Yeah, I am passing on there, and I think it resolves with Niv. If you have any way to
Niv trigger's gonna resolve. Draw a card.
I will draw, deal damage to your face. Deflecting star resolves. If 89 resolves, I will go to combat and I will swing this big dragon at your face, JFK. Doing damage.
Yeah, I get that. And then we all die.
And then I will start the loop. GG.
Yep. That's good.
Then I will start the loop. She explained the loop. Twister's gonna keep dying, and GG indeed. Shauna. going to win this pot, advances to 2-2, looking very good to either pick up a win or a draw next round and find her way in the top 16 with her take on Niv-Mizzet Perun, one of the champions of the deck that I've seen. I don't see a lot of other people playing it, and a sweet deck indeed, and some sweet play there from a very potent start, and an impressive performance from the Eudora deck as well. Not a deck I've seen before, but kind of bent the entire texture of the game around being able to present a win quickly with some cards that you don't see too much in cedh. Altered Dementia, the Teamer Charger, all that was really, really cool. But as you mentioned, Shauna able to use a lot of political power to stop the Eudora deck from being able to combo off. Gonna get a quick update here from back, see if we're gonna go to another match. But that was round number 4. There's only one round left in the Swiss. And yeah, I think we're going to switch to another pod. I think we have some time left in the round here. We're going to switch to pod number 4 and get another look at some more players. These players have a mixture, I believe, of 1 and 2 win players. Either way. So yeah, round 4, Shauna's at 2-2, needs to pick up a draw at minimum to make the top 16 most likely. A win certainly gets her in. And we are going to dive right into the next pod. This is pod number 4. Let's have a look at what we have going on here. So we see Hello there, a player from our very first match with the triple tie-em, if you were here for that, has found their way to 2 wins.
If you've got threshold, if whenever somebody casts a spell, he can put a creature from his hand onto the battlefield.
And we have Galazeth Prismari, Tassiger the Golden Fate in the hand of Shockster. We saw him play earlier. And Silas Rog with a Necropotence in play. Wow.
Okay.
Hard to see exactly what's in exile, but I mean, I think I see a lot of cards in hand. 3 mana tapped. Have to imagine this Necro just resolved. So the Rog side player looks to be in incredible shape. And I don't see a lot of
a Deluge also just resolved from Shockster, named Deluge coming in clutch once again.
That seems very good for seems good for the wrong side player, but yeah, that Deluge. I mean, Shockster's done work cleaning up with the Deluges. Interesting. So with all of this, what are we assembling?
Skip my draw.
Well, that's a grip in hand, so I don't see any stack pieces. I think that Blood Moon looks exiled. So is this just a win attempt?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, if we're just letting Fnatic untap after this Deluge, there's nothing in play. I mean, it doesn't look like a ton of cards in hand. Shockster has access to 3 mana, it looks like, Beseiju, Underground Sea, and Mana Confluence. 4 cards in hand, one of which appears to be Tasker based on the different sleeve.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think you can just put an Archon.
All right, we can take a quick look at deck lists here. Just got access to those. This Galazeth Prismari deck is something that catches my eye. I haven't seen a lot of that in cedh.
This is so bad. This is just terrible.
What is this? Okay.
What's our combo here?
Flying 3/4, enter the battlefield, create a treasure artifact you control. Have tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Spend this mana for instance and sorcery. Okay, is it Storm? Okay.
Not a Galazeth Prismari gamer? You ever play some Strixhaven Limited? It's on Arena still, I think. It's one of my favorite limited formats of all time.
Well, you know, I'm happy for you.
Thank you, Ashana. I think this goes infinite with like Academy Manufacturer and Stormkiln Artist. You just like draw your deck with some copy spells and stuff. But yeah, like you mentioned, it's like a Storm deck. It looks like it isn't Storm deck. Looks reasonable to me.
I'm here for any deck that is played bonus round. I'm here.
I love bonus rounds so much. Big bonus round fan. Big reason to play Berkey. But yeah. That's an interesting take here. We got Rog side, looks like traditional Rog side, pretty close to the list that Brian Cook has been championing recently.
Oh, we're playing Winter Orb, Static Orb, Storage Matrix. Okay, I'm seeing some cards I've never seen before. Alrighty. Cool list. All right.
I've never actually played
So what is our rock side?
Yeah, rock side deck just looks to be normal rock side. I mean, yeah, I feel like this should be just a clean win attempt for rock side that we've dove right into. Obviously, a lot of games we see these graveyards are huge. A lot of games have been played to get to this point, but this is a very clean board for how late in the game it is.
I don't know what do we have in play there on Hello There's board.
Much I'm gonna be able to do.
Let me see if
Is
I
that
can.
hunting grounds? It looks like a hunting grounds to me.
What is a hunting ground trait?
So it's not.
I'm not familiar with hunting grounds. Green white threshold. The only ability on the text the text box is threshold. As long as you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, it has whenever an opponent casts a spell, you may put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. And I'm not great at counting, but that graveyard looks like it has more than 7 cards in it.
Well, that seems like a problem.
Right?
Well, I'll here to tell you this. I don't know what's happened with this Necropotence, but if our play for turn is 5 mana Silas, I think we have stone nothing. And that is a spell. Let's see if this hunting grounds trigger is going to put anything into play.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tough. It's tough times if we're playing a Silas.
Yeah, this does not look be where you want to be.
Maybe we just need the commander in play. How expensive is Rock?
Yeah, that's not clear either, huh? Not 0, I'll tell you that. Not 0.
Not 0, exactly.
We
need a blocker.
Yeah, I don't know. Not a lot of hasty attackers. We just paid 5 in a Necro. Did we just completely whiff on Necro? What is the creature we just put into play?
All right. Is it okay for me to go to mine step?
I was Skullwinder ETB. It's
Skullwinder?
Looks to be a Skullwinder, yeah. Enters the battlefield, return a card from your graveyard to hand, then choose an opponent. That player returns a card from their graveyard to their hand. Sure, it's an Eternal Witness. What are we getting back? Don't have a great look. Yeah, what are we buying back from the graveyard with Skullwinder? And you have to choose an opponent, I guess, to get a card back. Okay, it's a sweet card.
Oh, so we both get a card back.
Yeah.
What's it called?
A lot of people try to look up this card at the moment. Yeah, it looks like it was originally printed in Commander 2015, reprinted in Baldur's Gate Anthology and all that kind of stuff. Wow.
I just remember this card called, standard staple in black green snakes,
What? Oh, was it? This card's never been in standard.
What? What is the card that does the Skullwinder thing in green black?
Are you talking about Winding Constrictor?
Is it?
The black green counters matter snakes?
Yeah.
That's not this card, Ashani. These are different cards.
Oh my god. Okay.
That's why you're in the booth, son.
Oh, listen. I ball bucket thing, sir. You have no right to roast me over.
Look, you're not going to talk to me about this standard set. Come on, it's literally the same one as Rishkar, which is also in the deck, But there's no Winding Constrictor, I don't think. That would actually be gas if there was. But
no, when. Oh my god. You know what? I'm going to prove thee wrong.
Okay, feel free. Find the standard format where the card only printed in commander sets was legal. Godspeed. Anyways, in the meantime, we're going to pick a card to pick up eventually. Hello There does not really seem to have a plan for what to do with this. We just put it in because we could. It looks to be the case. We're really going through the graveyard here. Chose Expedition map. Okay. That's good for getting Cradle. Pixel Cannon, thank you for the sub. Look at that. Watching Pixel combo off. Pixel Cannon, I'm about it. I love it.
Mental Misstep, Ragavan, Curse Totem, and Pirate.
Pixel Store versus a Pixel Cannon. It's all about how you do things. But either way, who are we getting back? Looks like we're taking a look at the graveyards to see who we're going to let regrowth something. Downside of the card.
Yeah, I have a
I
fish.
will accept defeat. That was terribly wrong.
GG, well played.
A fastest, a good attack can improve a day, and a Ragavan.
I don't like the rolling. I will still choose you, Corey. You can return a card from your hand.
The Rogsai player going to return a card from graveyard to hand.
Yeah.
That's terrifying. Oh, we just lost Kira.
Yeah, you can Eternal Witness something. Come on, get back to us.
If we lose someone, we call a judge, right?
Yeah, we should call a judge.
Say that again. What are we calling a judge for?
Wait,
we lost Kira's screen.
Are we on stream? I didn't hear an announcement to us.
Oh, his screen's gone, huh?
Yeah, I'm logging back in.
Right. See if the Galaza Prismari player can rejoin the game.
My hand, which it doesn't matter because I have shit.
Got a judge.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
I hear disconnect.
Yeah, I just got it disconnected.
Are we back? Are we back and good to go? Or
I'm back. I'm joining in the camera right now. All right, there we go.
all right, how long have we been going?
Around 30 seconds, probably.
Yeah.
All right, so Kirakun is back, but we are looking at a ceiling.
Nothing.
And now a
that I
face.
need to look at. Okay, please.
Probably going to have to take out.
I didn't do the
Probably have to step away from this game while the judge call resolves here, because it seems that Kirakun's having a lot of issues with their camera. Yeah, now they're gone entirely. So this is going to take just a second to resolve. But in the meantime, it seems like the Skullwinder trigger going to be resolving still on the Rog Silas player, which makes me think that we're not very scared of the Rog Silas player for whatever reason. You know, I don't know. I don't know if they're just out of win conditions, but at the point at which there's a Necropotence in play, Rog Silas has numerous cards in hand, has 5 more coming, and we're giving the regrowth to the Rog Silas player over the other 2 players. It seems to me like there is going to be not a lot of things that you're actually scared of from this Rog Silas player, which to me is not that surprising. If we've been through a lot of cards, something like a Necropotence then Wheel has happened, then that's something that could cause that kind of effect. But I haven't really seen a ton of wheels outside of the Galseth Primzari deck that like would even happen. So it's an interesting configuration. It looks like the Necro wasn't even played until the previous turn cycle based on the mana tapping. Although that could have, of course, been something like Silas, but based on how things broke, that's what it seemed to me. Judge is still in the process of resolving this judge call. So we may cut to a quick break and come back with an update unless they finish up here soon. Not clear what the resolution is going to be.
What is that? We're revealing our hand. I guess
Oh,
we're going to shuffle back in.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll get an update, I'm sure, from the judge. Of course, judge call. I mentioned this multiple times, but it is important to maintain your internet connection, and there's a lot of rules in place to prevent any kind of exploits that could happen with disconnects. And so we'll see exactly how the judge chooses to rule this. It is handled on a case-by-case basis. You call a judge every single time this kind of thing happens, and we'll see exactly what the resolution is, and then we'll cut back to the game. It looks like they are getting that solved as we speak. Yeah, given the time gone, I would be surprised if the shuffle hand. I mean, not that Kirakun had a lot of cards in hand anyway, but I would expect that cards would get shuffled from hand, get shuffled into the library. But we'll get actual full confirmation here. Just one moment. In the meantime, Shawnee, I need to know. Tyam, 3 of them in the tournament, saw them all in round 1, saw them all die to Kinnan in the hands of Comedian, now a 3-0 player. Here we see it again, still in the upper tables. Ryan was tweeting about it the other day. Is this new spice to the CDH scene? Is this, you mentioned that there's a lot of we'll say proving to be done. A lot of people are naysaying the deck. What we saw in round 1 was impressive. You know, a lot of resiliency, the potential to really get like a snowball going, but Kinnan was able to seal it out from under Tyam's clutches. Do you think the next too slow? What are your thoughts on the Tyam deck?
As I said, you know, it's been around for, I won't say it's been around, but it's not a highly played deck. But it's been getting a lot more new tools, and I think they're figuring out the deck. I think it's as for toolbox deck, as if you don't want to play 5-color CC as a toolbox build or mono green like he's on, I think this is the closest thing you can get to it. I think it has legs. It's just, and I think it can close out games. It's just a lot of things going on that you have to figure out. There's a lot of ways you can win, and it's the higher the pilot skill, I believe, the better result you get from the deck. So it's a deck that
is that true for any deck?
No, I think a deck that if you want reps, the reps are very important with this. And the better you're at with the deck, I think is the best you can do with it. You can pick up any deck and win with it, right? That's the thing with like Blue Farm and Wrong Side to a point.
To an extent,
when you have to an extent, but when you have cards that need to like Brewer's Advantage, like Hulk pieces that you put in that you know how to play around it, it kind of comes a difference. Where my 200 reps versus your 5 reps, I have a lot more knowledge on the deck versus you. Yeah. I believe. I could be wrong.
So talked about these same kind of players, right? And here's a deck that we've seen a little bit of today as well, is the cedh toolbox deck, but done so with legends. But you get access to more colors. You get access to blue cards, you get access to red cards.
Right.
You know, 2 of those powerful cards in cedh, I'd argue. You know, we talk about Grixis kind of being the core power of this format. Tyam choosing to eschew 2 of those colors. When you can toolbox with cedh, why reach for toolboxing with Tyam over cedh?
It's a good question. Easier to enable. You get to play, I guess, maybe better hate pieces. And I think at the end of the day, you just don't know what is going on with what the cards read until you actually play it against the deck a few times and get the reps in. You just don't know what is happening. And that's sometimes when we talk about like a new deck or a Brewer's Advantage deck. You just get to play cards and no one knows what's happening. And we've seen a few times today where a finale goes on the stack and we're wondering, like, why does it get it?
Yeah, what does this even grab? Yeah, do we even care about this? Yeah.
Exactly. And that's like the edge I think that Tyam has. I could be wrong, but it's a lot of people are respecting it and it's on the rise.
Okay. Maybe he'll convert me to a green believer yet. Maybe he'll convert me.
I don't think this is that will convert you to a green believer. Maybe you don't think so. Maybe you have to stop playing Essica first. But
hey, that's a green creature. God, what is this toxicity?
I guess it's a green creature.
Either way, Rollick picked up for for MTG Fnatic, and we are in Hello There's turn. We have Wishclaw Talisman with a counter on it. A lot of mana to work with. We saw Expedition map picked up by Hello There. So we have multiple tutors that we have access to. Not a lot to get started with, but quite a bit to work with. Not a lot going on for the other players. So what can Hello There assemble? Here is a Tyam.
The MTG Fnatic picked up Deadly Rollick?
Yeah, it looks that way, yeah.
That's been killing me.
Looks like that one's gonna happen. Given the spirit to Kirikin.
What is it?
It's a 1/3 death touch.
1/3 Death Toucher is attacking.
I'll take one. What does it do? Anything if it hits me?
No, it's an Eternal Witness.
Okay, I'll take one.
With death touch.
And MTG Fnatic's gonna take the Skullwinder damage.
I'll draw a card.
Yep.
Card drawn for Kirikin. Grinding Station in play, Spirit, and nothing else that it looks like. Maybe that's a treasure from Galazeth. Galazeth obviously killed to the Toxic Deluge. Doesn't have the mana yet to recast. Oh, gosh, I guess Grinding Station with Galazeth Prismari is pretty freaking good, huh?
Yep.
Here is Mana Vault. That'll give you the spike of mana needed to redeploy. Okay, so maybe Galazeth Prismari secretly in a pretty good position here. Galazeth coming into play.
Galazeth will enter, and then I'll create a treasure token.
Create a treasure. That triggers the untap ability for Grinding Station. So we're going to respond by tapping it for blue.
Okay.
So we're grinding the
And
vault.
no, I'm sorry, we're grinding the Mana Vault. Interesting.
Wheel of Fortune and Phantasma are in the grave.
We just have Breach?
I mean, God, a Breach would be great here.
Yep.
Don't
That's
think
Breach
so.
with no mana, right?
Yeah.
I'll
can
go ahead
tap the
and pass.
treasures, but we
He has a 1/3. Yeah, I'll pass my turn.
End of your
Just
turn.
past the turn. Okay.
Tap 3. Take
3 mana on
from
instep.
Confluence. I will flash an Oppo.
Opposition agent getting flashed in. Well, that Wishclaw Talisman is not going to work anymore, and that's certainly going to stifle probably Rogside's ability to get anything done, assuming it's not like a Yogg-Will or whatever involved in the mix for winning the game. Hard to tell which pile is exile, which pile's graveyard for them, though.
Yeah, we still have the Deadly Relic, correct? So the
Yeah, we do have the Deadly Relic. That one has to work.
Well, yeah, it definitely have to resolve, but we at least have a attempt if we need the tutor to remove.
Looks like we're reaching for graveyard cards, potentially a Tasigur recast from hand. So that one, no commander tax.
I will delve 4.
Delve 4.
And then go
5, 6. That casts a Tasigur.
And I will recast Tasigur.
Tasigur's on the stick. The Golden Fang. All right. We got an activation up. Fierce Guardianship and Eldritch Evolution, the cards in graveyard.
I will pass the turn.
Turn pass to MTG. Fanatic. It's going to untap.
No draw.
Gets upkeep effects, but no draw step. Interesting that this Hunting Grounds hasn't been putting cards into play. Here's a Lotus Petal.
Yep.
Guess we're just out of creatures? Or maybe we don't have Threshold anymore. Didn't get a great look.
Why do you float a blue?
When Galazeth allows you to tap this for mana, any artifact that comes into play, I'll untap it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Lotus Petal entering. Let's
that's cool. That's
the Grinding
cool.
Station untap. Yeah, that's a cute trick.
Yep.
So we have a blue floating now. Okay. Now what? Petal starts the mana going for MTG Fanatic. Only 7 life left. Not even that realistic to get another turn with only a Silas and this much power in play. Shockster alone has enough power to get Fanatic dead.
I think I messed up.
Of course, Silas plus Rollick does
What can you do?
change that mixture a little bit.
I think I messed up big time.
All right.
Do we have any artifacts in yard? Maybe get a silence.
Ooh, to rebuy? That would be sick. I mean, you have a Lotus Petal. I guess you could use that and rebuy it.
We're again in the tank.
Yeah, I mean, so many resources to work with. I have to imagine we can get something assembled. I mean, now's the time, right? Like, you're not really going to get too many more opportunities to get something started.
Yeah, that was definitely what the time against you. The clock is against you, so we definitely need to take some game actions here.
That's what
Maybe
I'm in a very,
I think if you're afraid of the Hunter's Ground, there's many spells that got cast but nothing got put into play. I think you're fine there.
about dying to attacks.
Yeah, I think it's much more trying to assemble a win, knowing that you have Rollick and you're probably going to die to like some beatdowns here very soon.
If you're going to die to the beatdowns, it's the time to send it, right?
I mean, yeah, I mean, you have to. I mean, the question is, what do we have to send, right? Like, because you can't draw any more cards. If you're saying I might die to combat as is, you can't pass the turn and draw more cards. So if you're going to make something happen, it has to be now. Things aren't getting better. Start with a rug that costs 2.
I'm just going to cast this Roger.
Just play more blockers.
I'm going to pass the turn.
I thought we discarded I know we discarded a Pyroblast, but that was.
Oh, we played Rog and passed the turn. So yeah, I mean you can't draw cards.
What is happening? Do we just
we
really draw a brick?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we did brick. That's crazy.
Okay,
all right.
Back to my turn then. So Roger, resolve hunting grounds trigger on the stack.
Oh, never mind. We didn't pass. There's a hunting ground trigger. And hello there's thinking about putting something in with. Oh, Dosen the Falling Leaf.
All right. That was bold, Captain.
Players can cast spells only during their own turns.
Okay, so in that case, I have responses then.
Yes.
You can. Right,
you can respond. It's still his turn. He just cast a Rog and the hunting ground trigger is resolved. So now it's his turn. And now there's a Dosen in play.
So yeah, I have responses now.
As long as the hunting grounds trigger resolve, the Dosen is just in play.
Right. But it's still MTG Fanatic's turn because we did this with Rog.
With a Rog
trigger.
Okay, so it's just we someone gave us a Grand Abolisher?
That appears to be the case, yes.
So we just go, right? If we have
if you have anything,
with.
you have to. Yeah. Like you don't have a choice anymore, right? Like that or you just don't have anything and you die, which is fine, I guess. But you look like you should have something.
No way you'll put that in.
Grounds, man. That's a pretty good card. If a rule of law comes into play, does it see the spells cast previous?
No, it still goes through. You're fine. You just can't cast any more spells after that.
So yeah, if you cast another spell and he puts Archon into play, your spells that are on the stack will resolve, but you cannot.
They're talking about what's going to happen when a rule of law comes off, and yeah, I mean your spell will resolve, but you don't get any more spells after that. If like Archon or Canonist.
Yeah, but why do we need to care about something we don't know about? Put your spells on the stack.
I mean, that's what I meant, but maybe you can play around.
You can't play around the Archon. If you could, then you remove the hunting ground.
You sound so confident.
That's on season play.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast a chain of.
Okay, Drake. How do we play around the hunter's ground?
Ashani, I don't know. My plan is don't think about it and hopefully don't die to it.
Okay, cool. So the Dosen is in play. So we're saying if you pass it, what are we chain of vapor?
Yeah, nothing. I guess I don't know. Oh, what are we chain of vaporing now? Not clear. Maybe the hunting grounds.
Deadly Rollick is tie him with it on the stack. I'm not sure if he's got the mana to cast it again.
I did really like the Dosen, so I can at least use the Pungify.
Really targeting the time here. Talking about maybe using the Rollick on time.
Yeah,
so
because now
chain of vapor is targeting
neither myself or Kidokun can do anything. And if you pass turn, I'm worried about him just winning.
Of course, if you think you can win, that's
right. Yeah, take
whatever. The problem is once he puts the Archon in play, I mean, there's nothing else I'm going to be able to do.
Maybe there's information we don't know about. Maybe
he's really worried about an Archon.
Yeah, maybe we know that there's an Archon in hand.
Hold priority with the chain of vapor. We're rollicking, so we're just wrathing. we're just killing time. We don't know what's going on with this grounds. We're just casting stuff. Okay.
This is also a thing where when we don't know how the deck works, the unknown is scary, so we kill it with fire.
Some people, I'm more of an ignore it with fire kind of person.
I'm here with you. I'm
just like, I don't know. If I die, I die. Whatever.
Exactly. I'm good with it, but this is not the tournament setting. This is what we're in the booth, sir.
Yeah. That's why we're here. Not
Yeah,
my entry fee that's on the line. Not my prize is on the line. I'm definitely with you. Oh, we are
Well, if he
falling.
he's got a Pongify
Okay,
for the
camera fell.
team.
So yeah, if you get rid of the Dosen, then he can Pongify. It's just someone has to be able to interact on his turn.
Yeah, I'll do the Dosen, I guess.
All right. We are back.
Let me go look at
Honey Ground
this
Sugar
rock deck because
I'm close. I have no idea what I'm doing.
I mean, it just looks like normal wrong side of me.
I have never seen this
Shocker.
before. This is lovely. This is interesting magic.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. So Archon of Amiri did come in play. So there has to be some information we knew about, either
Yeah,
regrowth
okay.
or something. So Archon's in play. We've rollicked the Dosen. Now we know the Pongify from Kirakun
Would you
works.
like to continue the chain?
I would like to
Chain of Vapor
Eden Orchard is giving
bounces the hunting grounds.
sack my cropland and bounce my Skullbinder into my hand.
We're going to bounce Skullwinder potentially by sacrificing a land.
He's still under Arkham.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alrighty, yep.
he's playing in graveyard deck, so if he gets a way to sack his Archon, then that's a thing. But
And
Yeah.
that thing gives us an opportunity as well.
Yeah, so we sack a
Okay.
land, pick up the Skullwinder.
I don't
Interesting.
need
So yeah, the Dosen plus Archon was like kind of a little soft lock. So very valid in being scared of that. You know, you only get one spell on your turn for the rest of the game. Pretty tough place to be because then time just gets to activate every single turn. That's a pretty tough spot. We've solved that. Pongify is going to help with the math there.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4 with one of them being Ancient Tomb.
Okay.
5.
We're Pongifying
I'm gonna
Time here.
use this blue that I created from that. I'm gonna cast Pongify targeting Sam.
Yeah, we're Pongifying time here. So this is just like grief the time player. And I actually like it. I think this is pretty good threat assessment from the table, being able to pick off. Now, I don't know if I'd pick off the Archon of the time, but either way, I mean, just keeping the time at bay, given how the game has grinded. But I'm beginning to worry a little bit about Shockster.
to kill my enemies.
Starting to activate Tassiger and
Chucks is just chilling, man. He's just chilling.
Shockster did nothing wrong.
Chucks did nothing wrong. We played a deluge. We helped. That has happened. We're not here. We're chilling.
Are you good, Corey?
Yeah. I can't pay any life in anything. I'm so far gone. I'm in trouble.
All right. So MTG Fanatic is not going to draw any cards
Every single time you've drawn this game.
with the Necro, even after removing some cards. It feels tough to win the game without ever drawing cards for the rest of the game from Necro. That's a tough spot to be, but I mean, there's quite a bit of power on the board, and you might actually just die to the 2 flyers, and that's really tough to be as well.
Agreed. It's been a pretty grindy game. Cleared out a lot of information that was pretty much known, and they've just been navigating through this time play that keeps like putting a win attempt on the board every turn, it seems.
Yeah, here's the hunting grounds again. Now that's the 1 spell for turn. Archon of Ameri is a symmetrical rule of law. So that one's gonna work, looks like.
I mean, so what do we know anything else in his hand right now?
We know that he has Besiju and
So the only thing I have is this.
So we know Skullwinder and Besiju potentially. Yeah, Besiju who endures and Skullwinder.
This is no longer representing any form of win for me.
he can play that creature, return a creature to his hand, which is Archon.
So yeah, so this hunting grounds actually could get really threatening here. Anybody plays a spell, we get to put in the Skullwinder, return a card to hand, and that could be
it's not cast. Your rule of you're sneaking through.
And yeah, that could be a whole host of things. I can't even tell for sure, but that's going to get around the rule of law asymmetricalness, and then maybe we can begin to assemble Taya mana again, and then start to pull ahead. But I don't know if we have time to do this. There's not a ton of time left in the round. I think we're looking at pushing up against time as is. Maybe that could work, but it's just not a winning strategy.
You may have Fierce Guardianship.
Fierce Guardianship going to hand for the Tasker player off the Tasker activation.
I would rather have the Fierce Guardianship.
100%.
And I will Fierce Guardianship the Hunting Grounds.
Wow, and we're Fierce Guardianshipping the Hunting Grounds.
You
No, thank
have
you.
Nothing, sir. Nothing.
And so hello there is gonna get put in the dirt. It looks like
My
every
goodness.
single player's turn is consisted of just putting time in the dirt.
We're here to play for this draw. You will have nothing nice. No nice things allowed.
No nice things allowed at all. And yeah, I mean, we got a Vigilance attack in with the Archon of Emeria. Does put MG Fanatic 2-5, getting very close to straight dying. Kirakun gets a draw step. Not clear what that's going to look like.
So we're.
I can't win through a rule of law if my life depends on it.
So Kirakun is empty-handed the last, right?
I don't know.
I believe so. The last card in his hand was the.
Well, he has a card in hand for sure right now. I think he has 2 cards in hand right now.
I don't think so.
I'm going to combat. I'm going to swing at time for 3.
Swing at Tyam for 3 with the Prismari. Bonk.
At me.
Sure.
Yes.
Well, I just got blown out. Sure, take 3.
All right. I mean, I'm probably not interested in blocking. Here is
whenever I cast a spell or a copy, I may draw a card.
Magecraft cast. Okay, that's Archmage Emeritus. It's the alternate art for that. Cast or copy, draw a card. Pretty powerful.
Draw.
I'm still curious on why is Cal in our chat. I don't remember getting.
And now we have.
You guys, are we still playing?
Yeah. We got 5 extra minutes.
You do have.
They have a 5-minute extension. Here's Elves of Deep Shadow as the spell that Shockster's allowed to cast.
Pass.
I can't draw, so I will.
We're just giving him fear, so
This Fanatic is living on borrowed time. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm surprised we untapped with 5 life. We could have drawn 4 cards.
Play it, I'll go.
Oh my goodness. I mean, it might be time to draw cards now, but I see.
I mean, now you get a lot less cards because that Archon of the Gallows that's still threatened to kill you. You need to do a little bit of politicking here. Especially if you're going to try to win. I mean, this game is not like it is coming to a conclusion.
Guess I'm going to town.
Pass the turn.
Umezawa's Jite.
What does that do?
Sure.
I know what it does. I just can't.
The only issue with that card is we have 2 players who is low enough, but the instant player is at 30, so we can't.
It has a flying blocker, so you're just like, okay, block.
Yeah.
And I get 2 counters whenever equipped creature deals damage.
So we put that on the. We'll put that on the 3 side.
Probably put it on the Archon. It's gonna get through. It has Vigilance. Yeah, I don't know. Put it on the Archon. It's the thing getting in every turn for sure. And you need to connect. Keep connecting.
Who do we go after here? Shockster or Fanatic?
I don't mind giving you Fierce again.
Okay. I most certainly.
I don't mind giving you Fierce again. Okay.
Oh, we don't want
more of putting time in the dirt.
Nothing. You're allowed nothing. Good, sir. Nothing. Oh. I don't know what Hello There did to this pod, but
this has to have been a savage game for this.
We're activated.
Absolutely not.
Holy.
No chance. Take that somewhere else. Here's a Fierce Guardianship. Yep, thank you. I'll take that. See ya. To the trash can.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
You need to have some karma for you, sir. You need to find something. Oh my lord. I have been wrecked like this a few times, and I've deserved it, but boy, seeing it on the other side.
This is a lot of respect for the time. Yeah.
Is it respect though? I think at this time it's torture. I think we're passing it.
It's full disrespect for you.
I think it's full disrespect at this moment.
I mean, who else matters, I guess, right? Like, Kirakun has nothing in this rule of law in play. Shockster is just not even close to being able to attack. Fnatic's at 3. So, like, you know, if Time's the only person that can even have a chance of winning this game right now, or is even close to it at the moment, I guess you do just kind of have to put him in the dirt, huh?
You already cast your spell.
You already casted your spell. Not a chance. Nice rule of law. What we got? Oh, activate the Wish Claw. No counters.
Yeah.
For him to get a counter spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, we're giving
Okay,
we're giving him a card after all they have done to you?
Can I draw my card?
Well, I think that the idea here is he's making me oppo.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I need a list.
So
we're activating the Wish Claw into the Oppo to give Shockster an interaction spell?
Yes.
Okay, this will be the last turn of this game.
So we just rolled that back. I mean, we're on the last turn of the game, right? We only had a 5-minute extension.
No.
This is the last turn. So Kirikou needs to win or not now.
I pass.
I pass.
And we are
packed just in case.
And there was a Pax negation anyway for NTG Fnatic, and a draw it's going to be for these players who did a good job, I'd say, keeping the time deck in check. A lot of respect for it. Draw picked up. Hello there. I think needs to win his last one. Can't speak for sure, but with my assessment of the current records, and that is of course my assessment. Who knows what you can always never trust what I say. I think a win will put Hello there, certainly looking at potentially top 8 contention, which is impressive run so far with the time deck. We've seen quite a bit of it today by virtue of at least the 3 players playing at this tournament. A lot of other sweet decks going on. A lot of other sweet Magic to be played. That is the end of round 4. We have one more round of Swiss, where we will have Comedian in our top 16, joined by 15 other players, as is the texture for very many cEDH tournaments. And of course, then we will play our semifinals and finals. So not too much Magic left to be played today, but a lot of really exciting high-stakes cEDH left. All right, everybody. Don't go anywhere. We'll have round 5 coming at you very shortly.